Hey MK3 fam, it's your girl Works, and I wanted to talk about this government shutdown. And are you really your brother's keeper? Okay, years ago, I had to go through something like a government shutdown where I wasn't getting paid for weeks and weeks. Some of my friends, they were on furlough, and so they didn't get their money later. But what I will say is that I noticed nobody cared that we weren't getting paid until it started to affect them. There are so many entities out there that are not of the government per se, but they may have some sort of funding through the government, like truck drivers that may be bringing in food to go to the schools, or the elderly people that get their meals on wheels or something like that, subsidized childcare. There are so many other entities out there that get a portion of their money from the government. And when all of that shut down and people weren't getting paid, that's when people started paying attention. Prior to, no one cared because I don't work for the government. That's just them that's not getting paid. So I'm just saying, are we really our brother's keeper? Are we really our sister's keeper? Are we really our family's keeper? We look at it like that's not me, but it could be you. You have to think to yourself, how would you make it? Like, I had to go to work and I wasn't getting paid. If you are expecting, for example, if you're expecting $800 take home every 2 weeks, and then when you finally get paid, let's say they took two checks, you're expecting $1,600. But no, now it's been taxed and you brought home $1,200. So now you're still short with your bills. Mortgage companies and things like that don't care about none of this. They want their money. I had friends get their cars repossessed. I had friends that had their homes go into foreclosure. This is serious. So if you know somebody, reach out. See if they need some help. Ask them, are they okay? And, let your politicians know how you feel about this, okay? I just think that we have to start putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes and think to ourselves, how would I make it if this was my job? Because a lot of times, like I said, people, they don't realize that some of their budget may come from the government. And how would you make it? So, are you reaching out to anybody? Are you trying to see, are they good? How are they going to make it? Are you really your brother's keeper? Those are just some things that I was thinking, especially with how this is going. And, people are coming up on not getting paid again and things like that. That's just not a pleasant place to be. So, let's put some positivity in this world. Let's start trying to be more caring. Let's put ourselves in somebody else's shoes and think to ourselves, how would I like it? How could I make it? What could I do? These people, they're doing without and they're struggling. So, let's think about that. These was just my two thoughts on it. I'm just saying, you don't got to think like I think, but I just felt like, hey, it should be talked about. You know what it is. Bye.